Okay guys, we're back. Gabe's here and he's going to be showing you his Angel Feather Gavrail deck. So, go ahead Gabe.
Yes, it is I, Gavrail. So, we're just going to start off with grade zeros. Starting Vanguard, Black Candle Azrail, counterblast 1, move into the GB1, counterblast 1, move a card into the soul, take a damage, add a face-up card from damage to hand. So, if you don't know, or people tell you that's not how it works, Angel Feather, if you use an Angel Feather, if you use a skill to get up to 6 damage, you don't lose unless it's like a self-damage like from Season 2. But 9 out of 10 times with Angel Feather, you're not going to lose if you use a skill damage. So, you're not going to die, and then she's a decent +1, so that's why I like to run her. She's a really good starter, helps get cards in the hand if you damage check like a PG, because Angel Feather doesn't really add to hand from damage, they really call at this point, so that's why it's more helpful. I also run 8 criticals, which is just 4 Nurse Danger Heart from the new set, and 4 critical hit Angel, which is just, she's Margle but a critical, so is a trigger with the skill, obviously. I don't use it a lot, but it does come in handy. The obvious 4 heals, Sunny Smile Angel, running it because it's a recycling heal. Like, it's Superior Calls, damage check a heal trigger, Superior Call it, shuffle it in the deck because it's Lodgins Magus. She's great to run. And the bane of everyone's existence, 4 stand trigger Doctoroid Refros. First off, I'm not running draws because the deck Superior Calls and it heals. You have the hand power you need. As well, with Gavrail's GB2 increasing your power, your hand is going to be fine. And this thing is just stupid. Counterblast 1, move it to the top of your deck, take 2 from damage, face up or face down so you can get an unflip, shuffle those into the deck, put 2 from the top of the deck into the damage zone, draw. This card rams up power for cards like Broken Heart, Million Ray Pegasus, Thousand Ray Pegasus, blah blah. It powers up everything. It can make things stupid numbers. It can increase your chances of seeing a trigger. This thing is a godsend. Grade 1s now, I am running 2 copies of Battle Cupid Nociel. People run more. I don't think you need more because she's a good card, but you'd rather call and use other stuff, so 2 is fine. If you don't know what she does, it's when you guard with her, pick a card from hand, move into damage, add a card from damage to hand. So it also helps with anti-grade lock. You're at grade 2, you don't have a grade 3, damage like a grade 3, guard with her, use your skill to get that grade 3 back into your hand. And wham bam, thank you ma'am. You're just a blackjack dealer at the Grade Town Casino. I hate myself, I'm sorry, I hate myself so much. Grade 1s, running 4 copies of Thousand Ray Pegasus, obvious. It's when you card is put into your damage zone, she gets 2. Right as your first Vanguard, if your opponent rushes you, you got a 9k, you got an 11k. She's a defensive engine that, thanks to Refros, can hit stupid numbers on your own turn. 1 Refros turns her into an 11k booster, 2 makes her 15, 3 makes your opponent cry, so on and so forth. Next, I'm running 4 copies of Black Called Nakir, the Stride Fodder. On call, reveal a grade 3, add a copy of Gavrail from deck to hand, discard a card. It's a G deck, you're running 4 Stride Fodders. And then for PGs, I'm running 4 copies of Pure Keeper Raquel because the deck doesn't need to unflip. And you got some pretty prime rear guards, and since GPGs don't guard rear guards, you might actually want to use these for your rear guards sometime. So, she helps a lot, you don't need to unflip, you don't need GPGs. Next on to grade 2s, we're running 4 copies of Black Call Harut, the Amber clone. It's GB1 when boosted, counterblast 1, check top 2, move 1 into the damage zone, move the other to the bottom of the deck, and call a card from damage zone. It's just a free card, it helps you deck thin, gets out other key cards that you damage, she's great, and she's a fantastic card, I love her. Then 4 copies of Nurse of Broken Heart, which, she's beautiful. She is the top tier waifu bae. It's, you know what Million Ray do, you know what Thousand Ray do. When the card's put into the damage zone, they get 2. She is GB1. When the card's put in the damage zone, she and your Vanguard get +2. So if you're on defense, you got GB1, you got Gavrail, you take a damage 2/2. Your opponent triple crits you while you got her on deck, +6/+6, your defense is better. If you got 2 on deck, your Vanguard's getting 4 for each damage. You got Gavrail's GB2, these are getting 4, they're getting 6 each time you take a damage. So defensively, she's a beast. Offensively, she's a beast, because again, you got Refros. She is beautiful. Run 4 of her, run 4 of her, or you're playing the deck wrong. 2 copies of Million Ray, which pretty self-explanatory. She's not great ulterior ride, same reason you would want to ride into Thousand Ray, anti-rush. Another card that gets power thanks to Refros and damage swapping. She's just a good alternative card. It can get dumb numbers too. I'm also running 1 copy of Dreamlight Unicorn. It's on call, counterblast 1. Heal a face-up damage. Great, just you healed 1, you win. But its backup ability is to make it less broken if it leaves the field. So and that it's not locked. It actually if it leaves rear guard. So if you either intercept with it or it's retired by like Kagero or Narukami, that's the only way. Locking it, that's the only way. Locking it, you're fine. If it leaves the field, check top 2, move 1 into the damage zone, put the other to the bottom of the deck. So it's a free heal if you place it behind the Vanguard, because, you know, you can't really do anything to this spec here. You can't use Root Flare. The only thing that can really target it if it's in the back of the Vanguard is Shadow Witches, so you wouldn't really want to use it against them to begin with, and Upheaval Pegasus. So few things can target it because it has resist. So if you put it in the back row, it'll be safe most of the time. So I run 1 because it does come in handy. If you don't want it, it's fine. Like, I get why people wouldn't. People have told me not to. I personally like it. If you don't want to run it, run a 3rd Million Ray for, again, fantastic ride. Another card that can gain power. Honestly, I like Dreamlight. Next, the main grade 3, we got 4 copies of Black Shiver Gavrail. GB2, when a card's put in the damage zone, your front row gets +2. If you know what Nociel is, it's front row Nociel, basically. She's fantastic offensively and defensively. And her stride bonus is when you stride, counterblast 1, check top 3, move 1 into the damage zone, move the rest to the bottom of the deck, call a card from damage with +2. It's just another free card with power. It's nice. My backup grade 3 is the Pheonix Calamity Flame. It's the grade 3 version of Million Ray or Thousand Ray. I think it should have been Billion Ray Pegasus because, you know, keep that trend going. But Bushiroad loves to kill my dreams because they change it from freaking Gabriel to Gavrail. Gavrail isn't an angel. My name's Gabriel, so I wanted this to be my name. But no, we got a fake name angel. Thanks, Bushi. But, she's just a really great alternative ride. So if you have to stride second, like you ride grade 3 first, it's anti-rush again because it increases your power to your Vanguard. It works great on the rear guard if you got Refros. It's a really nice alternative. I don't really like running Nociel in the back because Nociel doesn't do anything on the rear guard. And lastly, we got the G-Zone. I am running 1 copy of Snow Element Blizza, which I love because it instantly gives Gavrail GB2. So you stride to use its skill. Now, from that point onward, whenever you take a damage, it'll be easier to block because you're going to be at 13, 15, etc. So it's really nice for unlocking GB2. Like, against decks that can that can rush you, like Ripple, Aqua Force, whatever, it's nice because it stunts their numbers quickly. So I'm running 1 of that, running 2 copies of Holy Seraph Uriel, which is on hit, check top 3, 1 in damage, rest of the bottom of the deck, call a grade 2 with +2. It's just another free on hit, and yeah, just a nice card, nice first strike. Then I'm running 4 copies of Holy Seraph Raphael, which is GB2, so second stride, G Persona Blast Heal. Just that simple. Heal a card. You don't need to go through anything. It just, you want to heal, there you go. Wham bam. I need to stop saying that. I've never actually said that phrase before now, and I've said it 3 times today if you've seen my Neonectar profile. But I digress. She's great. Again, against decks that rush. Helps offset it, because less damage, so you can take an extra attack, more time to power up Gavrail. She's fantastic. And then 1 copy of Holy Seraph Raziel, which is on stride, so the moment you stride Soul Blast 2, take your whole damage zone, shuffle it into the deck, put however many you put into the deck into the damage zone. So let's say you're at 5, you get 5 back out. So it just rams up the power of the ponies, Broken Hearts, Calamity Flame. If you're at 5, it's an instant plus 10 for everyone you have on the field. And also, it's an unflip. You have 5 face down, now you have 5 face up. This thing is ridiculous. It hits ridiculous numbers, but I only run 1 because it gets a bit hard to reach the 2 soul, and I've had times where I'd rather stride Uriel over Raziel. So Raziel's more of a utility, especially in the early game. So that's why I like to only run, Uriel is more of a utility early game. That's why I like to only run 1 Raziel. But this thing is demolishing. It is final push heaven. Because for no counterblasts, you can get plus 10 to multiple cards. It's fantastic. I love this deck. If you couldn't tell, I like to play rear guard calling, hand heavy defense, like aggressively defensive decks. So this deck is defensive because it increases Vanguard power during your opponent's turn, but also gets really aggressive with other cards. But I like to play not super aggro or control decks. So this deck fits my style perfectly. It's a fun deck if you like that style. It's a great deck. I went 5-2 at the last Bushi tournament, and it's only because I got sacked. I was at 2 damage, first stride Diablo, double crit, I take 4 damage. Like, you can't skill lose to that. Like, it's a really fun deck, it's a strong deck, it's won me a few tournaments. Yeah, if you're hoping to build an Angel Feather deck, I hope this inspired you, I hope it gave you ideas. And again, this is Gabe signing off. Like, comment, subscribe, and stay sassy.